Facts, not age, as quoted by Brian Douglas March. It is quite a fact, Brian, that the brain is not fully developed. As Frances Jensen in an NPR story stated, the adolescent brain will never be developed up until the age of 25, no matter the person, no matter the place that they live in. Also, do you think that handicapped individuals should be treated as adults? Currently, if a handicapped individual does a crime, it is taken by a case-by-case basis, and this would be the same thing as adolescents, as they are not fully mature, just as handicapped individuals. Caitlin Rickus also said that juveniles said juveniles currently should be is talking about the age of 25 and how the brain is not developed in the age of 25. Well, juvenile is defined as someone under 18. So I think that term was taken out of context.
Once again, Brian, you say you want the facts and not just age. And the facts are stated by the Baltimore Sun on October 4th, 2010, that the adult justice system only teaches teens to become more violent criminals, subjects them to sexual and physical abuse, wastes taxpayers' money, and unfairly targets African Americans, while the juvenile system is designed to rehabilitate, where the adult system is strictly to punish. So they need to carefully consider who needs what treatment.
I know a few of you have mentioned that not trying all juveniles as adults is just a uniform decision, but the way the system works now, each juvenile offender is tried as an adult based on their individual case. That is as non-uniform as you can get. The judge takes all of the facts of the crime into consideration, whether it's the offender's age, their background, what the crime was, how violent it was, and other things like that. So already, this juvenile system is not uniform.
Going back on Caitlin's point, you said that anyone under the age of 25 does not have a fully developed frontal lobe, or the connection isn't fully there.
You guys said that.
So,
you guys said that. You guys can't talk though, sorry.
So at the age of 18, yes, your frontal lobe is still not fully connected, but it is far more connected than at, say, the age of 10 or 12. As you can see by this graph, the brain fully connects. So even though at 18, you are an adult, you're still not fully there.
And this time lapse was done by Paul Thompson, who is a doctor from the UCLA Laboratory of Neuroimaging, and it shows with MRI scans how gray matter, which is what controls the neural connections between parts of the brain, increases. So at the age of 16, going to 18, you would be increasing, and from 18 to 25, you'd still be increasing.
And Kira stated earlier that she wants to be taken, the punishments to be chosen separately, and they already are. As I stated in my New York Times article, juveniles in the justice system, each judge takes a look at each specific case, and they have the option to charge a juvenile as a minor if they see so fit, which is the way it should be. As in the 2003 Rocori shooting, the 16-year-old John McLaughlin was charged as an adult because they saw it fit, and that is in our current system, which does work because it is fair.
Just going off on what Amanda said, it is the judge's decision on whether the person is tried as an adult. They go through many tests, they go through psych evaluations from doctors who have PhDs, and they have done many of those.
I think it was Jake that mentioned that when you're 16, you're given a driver's license, and that signifies that the state is putting its trust in you to be responsible. However, when you get your driver's license, the worst thing that can happen to you is that perhaps you get a ticket, you get a warning, or you get your license suspended. And even if it is suspended, you are allowed to retake the test 2 years later when you're 18 and you're considered an adult. So they realize that when you're 16, you might not have the judgment that you would have 2 years later. Also, you don't have a ticket for the rest of your life. You're not sentenced to ticket dumb until you die if you get a license. It is a minor offense. Also, as stated by a Time magazine article, the Supreme Court has ruled capital punishment is unconstitutional for anyone who hasn't celebrated their 16th birthday. That means that while the Supreme Court and the law in general, the government acknowledges that you are somewhat more responsible when you're 16, they still acknowledge that you are not responsible enough to die. Also, as Sally stated, there has been a 44% rise in juvenile crime since 1985, and my study stated that, as you stated before, it started in 1997. I think that Sally's article may not be the most relevant. It might be lacking information because who is to say that the crime rate didn't rise from 1985 to 1997 and then decrease by, I don't know, 64% to 20% to 44%. I think that there's not enough information, and it also is outdated as it starts in 1985 and we don't know about the trends.
You guys have 30 seconds if you want it.
We would like to relinquish our time.
All right, negative is relinquishing the rest of their time. Affirmative, are you guys ready for your last rebuttal, or do you want prep time? We'll take your time. Okay, you guys have 2 minutes.
Okay, guys.
What would you like?
Yeah, they're going. Yeah.
No, I have it up on the stand here.
That's why your phone is so far away.
I know it gets
So you don't have a regular phone like the rest of us?
No, my jack is jacked up weird. What are you looking for?
I just wrote down a couple facts.
Cheryl,